What's going on, guys? Welcome back to NolanTCG, and we are here with a special video for this month, and it is an introduction to Dragma. So effectively what we're going to do today is look at 3 different options you can look at when you're playing Dragma. These are OCG lists, so they do include Max C. Of course, you can swap Max C for another hand trap of your choice, but ultimately, this is just going to be 3 separate lists. We're going to show off Invoked Dragma, Shadowlist Dragma, and we're going to show off, I believe it is Dragma Eldritch. But before we do get started on the 3 lists, please do remember to drop down below and hit that subscribe button if you are new here, because we are always happy to have new people to the channel. We are well on the road to 1,000, so every sub we can get is a helping hand. But starting us off here, we have Invoked Dragma. So this is essentially the list here. The 3 Max C, of course, switch it. It's going to be the same thing for every list. I actually think one list was only playing 2. So that's something you can do. These are essentially just structures to build off of, like just general ideas. These have all topped events. But the list for this one is 3 copies of Alistair the Invoker, 3 copies of Ash Blossom, 3 of your Ecclesia, I think that's how you say it, Ecclesia, 2 Veiler, then we have the 1 Fleur and the 3 3 Maximus, then we got 3 Max C, of course, triple Called by the Grave, triple Nadir, triple Droplets, triple Invocation, triple Meltdown, 1 Terraforming, 3 Tactical Talents, 1 Punishment, 3 Imperm, and 1 Ruck. So effectively, the combo when you're playing this version of the deck is to normal summon your Alistair, do standard Alistair combo to get to Macabre. Then you're going to have like Ecclesia, you drop it on board, you then resolve your Maximus, you get to Shadowlist Ruck to make Winder on your opponent's turn, and the Fleur for the negation. And of course, the extra deck for this one, though, is the 1 copy of App Clone, which is what you send off your Maximus to enable your Shadowlist combos, which is the Construct and the Winder. Then we've got 2 Inst, just because you're going to dump it and pop. Double Bastard. In the end phase, this searches, so that's what you use that for. Then you've got your Invoked package of 1 Purg, 1 Macabre, and 1 of the complicated named one that I can never say properly. Then for Synchros, you've got Omega, because he can put everything back. Then you've got the Wind Pegasus. I haven't actually figured out why you play the Wing Pegasus, so let's check it out. It's going to have a graveyard effect. While this card is on the field or in the graveyard, you can banish this card, target 1 card your opponent controls, and shuffle it into the deck. Okay, so if another card you control is destroyed by battle... Okay, cool. So when you get outed, you use it to shuffle something back. That's pretty good. Okay, that makes sense. Then for the links, 1 Cerberus, which I thought was curious as to why it wasn't like a Phoenix, because, you know, maybe they just have an issue removing special summon monsters sometimes. Then we see the Almirage and the Gardener, just your standard what you link off with the Alistair to get everything going. Okay, so next off we have the Shadowlist list, which we're going to use as like kind of a template that you can build off of. This one does play significantly less Dragma cards, or Dogmatika. If you don't super need it, you are still just playing Shadowlist, although the Shadowlist lineup in this is also really weird. Must just be like an OCG kind of thing. You do have the Snow here, which could be a factor. But yeah, we'll take you through the list for this one. It's 3 copies of Ash, 2 copies of Ecclesia, 1 Snow, 1 Fleur, 1 Maximus, double Max C, again, weird, swap it for anything you want. Then 2 Ariel, triple Gamma, 2 Wendy, 1 Dragon, 3 Hedgehog, 1 Dragon, 2 Hedgehog, then 3 Squamata, and the Driver. Then for the spells, we've got the triple Nadir, triple El Shaddoll Fusion, 1 Foolish, triple Shaddoll Fusion, and 2 Super Poly, because this is at 2 in the OCG. So I think this should be on OCG already, but for some reason it had switched itself off somehow. And then for the traps, you got Punishment, 2 Reshaddoll Incarnation, a Core, again a weird choice, must be an OCG thing. And then 1 copy of Ruck, because you can fusion summon on the opponent's turn. Then of course for the extra deck for this one, you've got the 2 copies of App Cologne, 3 Construct, 1 Gristar, 2 Winder, 1 Inst, 1 Bastard, and 1 Starving Venom. Then for your links, you got Access Code, Cross Sheep, Verte Anaconda, and a Construct. So effectively the big benefit to playing the Dragma engine in this is because you can use the dump from the Maximus. You basically, again, like in your normal deck, you dump Bastard and you dump App Cologne. Your App Cologne searches for your Ruck, your Bastard in the end phase searches for your Dragma. I think it searches for Fleur. Yeah, you search Fleur, and then on the opponent's turn you can use Fleur's effect And then you can use Rock on the opponent's turn as well to banish out your graveyard stuff to then do more Shadowlist plays. But we will get into the next list. Okay, and here we are with the final list now. So again, with the Dragma package, you slim it down even more in this list. Like, you can kind of see what you're playing now. A lot of decks are cutting the Maximus because people are starting to side against Dragma being a thing. So once it kind of takes off and everyone's playing it, you can cut the Maximuses and you can play more Fleurs if you'd like to. You just essentially don't need them if your opponent's going to drop it on you, because it's just you plussing when your opponent uses it. But for the list for this one, it's 2 copies of Ash, 2 copies of Ecclesia, 2 Golden Lord, 1 Fleur, triple Maxi, 2 Sangan, triple Eldland, triple Nadir, 1 Elixir of Black Awakening, 2 Droplets, triple Extrav, 1 a Draconian Prison of Snow and Sky. You can definitely look at chasing this. I think this card is in going to be in Rise of the Duelist. The Dragma set. I'm fairly sure this card's going to be in there. I haven't fully researched it, so tell me if I'm wrong down in the comments below. But yeah, if this card's in there, it's definitely a card you should chase up. After that, though, we've got 2 copies of Conquistador, 2 Punishment, triple Scarlet Sanguine, 2 Haquero, triple Imperm, and triple Skill Drain. Triple Skill Drain has got to be broken over there. Okay, now for the extra deck, you've got 2 copies of just Send and Pop. You got the 2 copies of Bastard, just for the Rotor, Omega, and then Adignista Wind. Then we've got Pleiades. Why are you playing the Pleiades in this? Are you making this off the gold? Okay, you must be making this off the traps. Cool, okay. Then you've got the Gustav Max, Nightmare Phoenix and Unicorn, a Link Spider, a Lambda, the 2 Mirage, and a Vampire Sucker. But that will wrap us up here on our introduction to Dragma. Of course, if you do have any Dragma variants that you're going to be playing, comment them down below. I'm sure lots of people will see. I didn't end up going with a pure Dragma list. I also couldn't find a Dragma Necros list that had topped in the OCG, because I did want to feature that. But I just couldn't find one, so interesting to see whether or not that's going to be a good way to play the deck. I kind of figured it would be, but yeah, the lists just weren't there. But as always, I did say it earlier, but please do remember to drop down below and hit that subscribe button, because we are always happy to have new people here. And as always, I've been Ben from NolanTCG, and have a good afternoon, everybody.